Hey, Fen32. How you doing? Hello, everybody jumping in. Marcel, how you doing? Lulu Plain, how are you? What's everybody up to this afternoon? Jenny Cage, how are you? Psychosis. Hillbilly, what's going on? Tyler off the heat. They'll stay nice. Yeah. John Coop, Karen Finaf, how are you? John Pena. Brandon, congratulations. Karen from Rhode Island, how are you? Oh, Lulu on his break in Korea. How you doing, man? Thanks so much, Solo. So I'm at my parents' condo today. It's Canadian Thanksgiving. Canada and the U.S. have different Thanksgiving weekends. So this is Canadian Thanksgiving. Yeah. Yeah. Cool, Paul. Catch you next time. Yeah, Chris was at Niagara Falls this summer. Yeah. Started just reading a few comments. Happy Thanksgiving again to everybody who's celebrating today. Yeah, I'm excited to be. Yeah. Everyone have a nice weekend. I see someone from Poland here. Heading out to Nashville next week. Anybody here from Nashville in the group? Going to be spending 4 days in Nashville, so a little getaway for me and the wife. Yeah. Yeah. Epstein spotted. What is that? Jeez. Michael Manhattan, how are you? Yeah, we sometimes eat turkey for Thanksgiving. Well, actually, not sometimes. We always eat turkey for Thanksgiving. Today we just did a brunch at my mom's. Yeah, so we did a brunch, and I did turkey yesterday at my in-laws. This is Canada, yeah. I know, it's just a plant, guys. Here, I'll show you guys the view. Hold on, let me flip. Where's that camera flip? Is that here? That's my view right now. Yeah. This is a view of Laval, the city of Laval. Thanksgiving weekend tends to be a really... Brandon, are you really? I don't believe you. Yeah. Thanksgiving weekend always tends to be a really nice weekend in Montreal. Yeah, I know I've had a lot of weddings on Thanksgiving weekend, including my own, and it's always a beautiful weekend. Yeah. Mason, what's up? I have no idea what you're asking me. He's asked me to make me mode. I don't know what that means. Okay. YJ's asking me where I am. I'm at my parents' house in Laval. Yeah, Optimus. I love doing the kids' meal prep videos. They're some of my favorite. Yeah. It actually was my 10-year wedding anniversary this weekend, so yeah, I celebrated my 10-year with my wife. Andy from the Philippines, how you doing? Did I cook anything today? No, today I did no cooking whatsoever. But I probably have to make dinner tonight, so not sure what we're going to do there, but we'll figure it out last minute. This morning I went early to the restaurant. We were closed, but I had a crew come in and they were cleaning the ceiling rafters. So they did the ceiling rafters of the entire restaurant. They were overdue. It was bothering me, so especially over the kitchen, tends to get a bit greasy up there. So I had a crew of 4 guys up on ladders, and they were just cleaning all the rafters. Very satisfying. And I left from there and came to my mom's house to meet my family, and we had brunch. Yeah. Aiden, what I like to show in my videos is that cooking is not supposed to be hard or overcomplicated. I try to show recipes that people can attempt at home. I'm not cooking for my ego. I'm not trying to like do super complicated dishes or things that are complicated at the plate because people won't try them. When people try like my really simple recipes and then send me a video or a picture of them trying the recipes, which happens like on a weekly basis in my DMs, it's so satisfying. It makes me want to keep going, you know. So, do I look like a drug dealer? I don't know. What does a drug dealer look like? Brandon, I haven't cooked a lot of turkeys in my life. I mean, it's always our, we got healthy parents and healthy grandparents, and I got healthy parents. My wife's got healthy parents, so they still do a lot of the cooking for the big holidays. I think I've cooked like 3 turkeys in my life, maybe. Goated, I don't do politics. Yeah. Comfort food or Michelin star? So Opama, would I like to eat it or cook it? I think the answer to both would be comfort food. I prefer to eat comfort food and cook comfort food than do Michelin star food. Best advice for an aspiring chef? I get that question a lot, and I always say the same thing. I go, don't wait for people to show you. Don't wait for responsibility. Take it, grab it. Do your assigned work as fast as you can, as well as you can. Then try to find extra work, because no one's gonna hand off their work. Especially if you want experience, you got to grab it. You know? I love anything peanut butter tricep, but I'd never eat PB&J anymore because my kid's got a peanut allergy, and I don't really keep peanut butter, and I don't keep any peanuts in the house. Favorite cuisine besides Italian? I'd say Greek and Mexican. Favorite pasta dish? Just like a spaghetti bolognese. I like things simple, me. Guys alive in the kitchen. I'm sure it'll happen one day, but it's complicated, man. You guys ever read the comments in some of my videos, man? People go after every little detail, and I know like most of the comments and most of the viewers and subscribers are fantastic. They're awesome, but when the people start to attack, man, it's like there's no live service that can happen in any kitchen in the world. I'm not talking like like a little like at the end of the rush where someone goes live for 10 minutes. But if I go live on a Saturday night at 6:30, 7 o'clock p.m., people are going to be like, oh my God, he grabbed this. Oh my God, he touched that. And oh my God, it's like, they don't have a clue what goes on in real kitchens. And it's not that we're doing anything wrong. As a matter of fact, we barehand food a lot of the time, but we barehand it before we cook it. We don't barehand it after we cook it, right? There's a big difference there. But you can't explain that. You can't win that comment battle. I know they say don't read the comments, but reading comments is how I decide my content. I get suggestions for content. People like this or don't like that, so you kind of you have to read a little bit, Is passion my priority? Passion, but not in the sense you might think. I'm passionate about all aspects of the business, though, right? So I'm passionate about the cooking, but I'm also passionate about treating my people right, giving good service, being a good businessman, paying my bills on time, making sure my staff is in a good working environment. They're not too stressed out. I'm passionate about the whole all aspects of it. So I want to be respected, so I give respect at the same time. So yeah, I'm passionate about all that. Dilanka from Sri Lanka. How you doing, man? I'm gonna do some Sri Lankan stuff one day. I gotta practice it though. I was trying to make a koto roti the other day, and I started by making the rotis, but the rotis didn't come out very good, so I got a little more practice to do before I get to the koto roti. Yeah. Is Steve made in house homemade? Yeah, I can ask my mom. I'm pretty sure I was. okay, I do try to ignore the bad stuff, but at the same time, going live on a Saturday night, yeah. I mean, and if I go live on a Saturday night, I gotta like it would be a hell of a show. But where do you go from there after? Like well, what are you gonna want to watch after that? Everything else is gonna be boring compared to that. The origin of the Vivaldi voice of the cameraman. Uh, it's pretty much it's just his voice. It's a little bit distorted, but it's pretty much his voice. You know. So. Yeah. Do I like cooking live? Yeah. Did I use Dijon mustard and lots of butter? Is that because the French style food is popular in Canada? Maybe. I don't. I just the way I was taught. To be honest, why do we use a lot of Dijon? I mean, Dijon is great in marinades. It's great in sauces. So yeah. And butter's used heavily in a lot of restaurants, not just in. There's always some kind of fat in cooking. I just don't mind spending money on butter to put a nicer fat in my food. So. Caitlin from Calypso from Albany, what's up? Isaac, how you doing? Meme researcher asking about the cameraman's voice. That's really up to him. So just the way it works, guys, is the camera guy or the voice also does all the filming. He does all the editing. So we discuss the content, but I come up with the recipes and where we might discuss like where to take the content, but I kind of come up with the recipes and the ideas. I cook them, he films them, but he edits and he posts all the videos. So to be honest, I don't even know. Like there'll probably be a video tomorrow night. I have no idea what he's gonna post tomorrow night. I have no clue. I find out pretty much the same time you guys find out. Yeah. It's good that way. He has his responsibilities and I have mine. So. The camera guy has become a friend, but he was part of the he was one of the owners of the social media company that's been handling my social media for 10 years. We did do social media before we did Reels as well, but it was kind of basic Instagram and Facebook posts, Cookbooks. A lot of people have asked me for cookbooks. I mean, that's like, guys, you gotta know that I spend a lot of hours in the kitchen. I'm still a full-time chef, and then just doing the content and everything else. Finding time for the family. I got young kids. I'd love to do a cookbook, but it's got to be a while just to sit down. Like it's not like I could just like, it's not like I've done one before, right? Vivaldi, yeah. I gotta admit that Vivaldi at the end has become a bit iconic. I'll be like bicycling with my kids on the street sometimes. And we'll just be biking down the street, and all of a sudden we hear Vivaldi from a car driving by. So my kids get a kick out of it too. So, what's up, Johnny Gotti? Marc Antoine Haddad. Yeah, actually, I think I've already filmed an Italian Poutine. I don't know when it's gonna air though. We'll see. Maybe sometime soon. We'll see. Michael from Illinois. How are you? Have I got invites from any TV shows? No, not yet. Oh, here, you guys want to hear a funny story? So, I got just to like a buyer beware kind of a story. So I got an email. I think it was Thursday or Friday night. From someone from the Johnny Chang podcast. You guys know Johnny Chang? He was like a ex-gangbanger, went to prison, became like a prison minister, and now he does. He preaches. He preaches in public, but he also preaches on TikTok and everything else. So let me know if you've heard of Johnny Chang. So, and so there was an offer to come down to do his show, and there was the email offered like a $4,000 appearance fee. Which was a nice gesture. I figured it'd be enough to cover expenses, to fly out there, hotels, this and that, Well, whatever. No, even without the appearance fee, I thought it was like a pretty cool thing, right? So I got the email late, and I didn't answer it, and I went home that night, and before I answered the email, I just went and started scrolling some clips of Johnny's podcast, and I noticed that on all the clips that he had no guests. Where's the guests? And I've been being invited out to do a podcast, especially and I don't see any guests. So I found it a bit suspicious. So I actually sent a direct message to his podcast people directly through Instagram, and we actually heard back today that the email was a scam. So I guess they were gonna try to pay me $4,000 as an appearance fee, and then when they would ask me for the I'm sure they would have tried to ask me for some banking info after that. So there you go. They're trying to imitate podcasters and to try to scam me. Yeah. Felix is asking if my kids are interested in working in the restaurant industry. At the age of my kids, they're interested in everything right now. But I would rather they keep it part-time when they're old enough and focus on school and finding their own passions. Yeah. James from England, how are you? The Stormtrooper voice was decided by Ty, the cameraman. Yeah. He puts together all the edits. I have nothing to do with the edits. Pablo, I'm guessing, they wanted my bank info. They're probably going to try to rip me off. Yeah. Mimi Researcher, I don't know if I would consider myself a full-blown celebrity, but I do get recognized a lot, and it can be, everyone's really nice, so it's kind of cool. I get to meet a lot of new people. It's fun. It's fun. I'm not like, I'm, very low level recognizable, right? So it's not like, one of these Michael Jackson kind of things where you can't leave your house anymore, right? Yeah. Joe Ron Pagel asking me if I'm off today. Yeah, we're always closed Sunday, Monday, but it's also Canadian Thanksgiving today. So, Dave, did I not film the pasticho already? Pretty sure I already did the pasticho. I know I filmed it. I'm sure we have a pasticho video up. I think it's in a short. Yeah. So I'm off today for Thanksgiving. Sorry, I get distracted. I forget to finish answering a question as I'm reading. Sri Lankan lump rice. Okay. I'll ask my boys about that, about a Sri Lankan lump rice. I love the rolls, the Sri Lankan rolls. Mutton rolls, vegetable rolls. Those are smacking, as they say. Ryan from England, how are you? What's up, Tej? Ratatouille. Goliath, are you the one who's always asking about Ratatouille? I get that. I get asked that a lot. Matthew, I haven't done a pastini yet. I actually bought some the other day to make some at home, so maybe we'll film that soon. What do you think is schnitzel, or what do I think of schnitzel? You said is. I think, there it is. Of. Yeah, I love schnitzel. Who wouldn't like schnitzel? It's like one of those foods you got to be like, you got to like, I don't know, be a vegetarian to eat schnitzel. Tej, I'm from Montreal. Is there something I don't like to cook? It's not so much anything I don't like to cook. I process a lot of chicken on a weekly basis. I get tired of processing chicken. I don't know. I don't like chicken day, or days, I should say. Best meal I ever ate. I've had a lot of great meals, so I can't think of one right off the top of my head right now. Who's at restaurant if you're chilling here? The restaurant is closed today. We are closed on Sundays and Mondays. Marcel de Sherbrooke, comment ça va? I thought so. Goliath is Ratatouille guy. Yeah. Is my face long? I'm probably just squinting because of I'm staring into the sun a bit over here. Top 3 favorite foods then. I don't know. It's all going to be fast stuff. Tacos, pizza, and a good burger. If we want to keep it simple. And if I could eat one thing, here's what. If I could eat one thing every day, assuming it wasn't like a health factor or whatnot, I could eat pasta every day. Pasta is my favorite thing to eat. Different textures, different sauces, so many things. But I don't eat a lot of meat. Uh, yeah, so I could eat pasta every day if it was good for me. Joe Ron asking if I smoke cigars. I don't smoke cigars because I'm an ex-smoker. I used to smoke a pack a day until I found out my wife was pregnant with my first kid. So I quit about 12 years ago. And when I was a smoker, I would actually put out a cigar to light a cigarette. So I feel like cigars would be a road back to smoking for me. No, no meth. Never did meth. No, I'm not a hard drug kind of guy. So Lithuanian pink soup and Lithuanian cepeline comfort food. All right, took a screenshot of that. I'll Google it later. Dual hammers mounted as 4 arms via Hellfire chains. You can only use palm strikes such as the 1-inch punch. The 1-inch punch, eh? Actually, I watched Karate Kid Legends yesterday. I don't want to say it too loud because I was supposed to watch it with my daughter, but I watched it after she went to bed. Yeah, good movie. I'm a Karate Kid fan, so. Anybody else see Karate Kid Legends yet? Yeah. They used the 1-inch punch in that movie, so not a spoiler alert there, but. Do I agree with medical marijuana? I have no problems with marijuana for anybody, medical or otherwise. My opinion is, everything in moderation. Someone who smokes 10, 12 joints a day, I wonder if it even affects them anymore. At that point, it just becomes I feel like a waste of money. Like the heaviest pot smokers, I feel like they don't even get buzzed anymore. So, but, yeah. So Matthew asked if I like going to other Italian restaurants. Ironically enough, I don't often go out to other Italian restaurants because it doesn't leave much to the imagination. Even they might have what I would consider an original recipe. I can see what's in the recipe and already kind of know what it's going to taste like before I get it. I find when I end up in Italian restaurants, I stick to comfort stuff, like maybe a pizza or simple pasta. How do I run everything and stay calm? Experience. I didn't always stay calm. I've just I've been doing this for 30 years almost now in the one spot, and I've dealt with being robbed 3 times. I've had a car drive through my restaurant, walk-in coolers that break down, power failures that lasted a week. Cash advancing my credit card to make payroll sometimes when we first started out and we didn't have enough money. COVID. Not knowing if I was ever going to reopen again. You get all these hits in life, and they almost break you sometimes. And then you've got to kind of tell yourself and say, listen, it's only freaking money. It's only a business. Your health is first and foremost. There's people out there dying. There's kids out there with cancer. Calm yourself, calm your nerves, and you're going to deal with whatever gets thrown at you, so I've become a bit of that's kind of my mentality to handle stress right now. It's all right, take a breath, and we're going to deal with it bit by bit, and you almost got to be a little, I don't know what's the word. I'm not going to say you almost got to not care a little bit. I care about the work I do, but you got to be willing to let go and lose everything. If you accept the fact that one day everything could be gone, but you're not worried about losing it, then you just go with the flow, handle the problems one by one, prioritize, and that's it. I've definitely had more CVs since the channel got popular. Yeah. 4 cheese pasta, maybe. Yeah. I wasn't trying to be deep, but that's it's just life, man. Everyone's got their headaches and their problems, right? So Is there a good kid atmosphere not to derange other guests? Oh, yeah. So uh, I'm not shy to tell parents who ignore their kids that are really behaving badly, uh, or sometimes a baby just needs to be picked up. That, okay, here's my opinion on this, right? I had young kids, and when they were going through those years where they were screaming and crying a lot, I A, didn't go to restaurants, or B, if I was at a restaurant and my kids started acting up, I would ask for my food to go and leave. There's a lot of people who spend 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12 years not going out because they didn't want their kids to uh, disrupt other guests or their experience. So I don't like it when kids come into the restaurant not for no fault of their own. They're either too young to be in a restaurant or too tired, or their parents don't check their kids' behavior. Uh, they shouldn't have to ruin everyone else's guest that maybe had a babysitter come to watch their kids or waited their turn till their kids were a bit older. You know, so yeah, I don't like, you know, here, like I've had a new mom tell me one time, she had like a 3-month-old baby. She's like, oh my God, it's my first time out in 3 months. And I deserve this night, and it's not my fault my baby's crying. I'm like, 3 months. I go, lady, you haven't even started yet. You know, like everybody in here has had kids or gone through this, and like we empathize with you, but we don't feel bad for you. You know, it's your kids. You know, like go home. You know, your kid's tired or doesn't want to be in the restaurant right now. Yeah. All right, enough of that. But yeah, I typically won't let kids ruin the night, but we're not anti-kid or anti-family, not at all. We're just gonna, like, you know, some parents will just let their kids run amok, and that needs to get checked. That's all. Spiro is not my longest running employee. I have two or three employees that have been here longer than Spiro, but he's been here a long time. I have a dishwasher that's been with me for 25 years, and another cook that's been with me almost 20 years. So, yeah. Why use stupidity move? Okay, no idea what that means. Tablet out. Okay. What's the menu today, bro? The menu today on my mom's was brunch, so she did pancakes, eggs, sausage, bacon, danishes, fruit, stuff like that. Am I cooking today? Only at home tonight. I gotta figure something out for dinner a little later tonight. Plush Canvas, what's up? Broseph Russell, how you doing? What's up, liberal? Whatever that means. Had a manager go out and hold someone's baby while he was crying. It was unbearable to watch. Oh gosh, yeah. Liver and onions is great. What do I like to listen to in music? I love all kinds of music. I've been listening to a lot of country lately. I like anything, like country is good storytelling, which I like. And I like anything with a good beat. So like I got a very eclectic taste in music. But I'm looking forward, like I said, I'll be heading out to Nashville next week. So I'm going to be at the Grand Ole Opry, I think Wednesday night next week, because 19, 20, I think the 22nd or something, I'll be at the Opry. That's cool. I think it's going to be Dustin Lynch performing, probably the headline act. I wouldn't say country sucks. There's all kinds of great music, man. I have not been to Tonino yet. Favorite barbecue dish? I'd say ribs. Is it hard to maintain quality in a restaurant? Nothing about the restaurant business is easy. Let's just leave it at that. Thank you, researcher. See you around. I have been to British Columbia, yeah. I've been to Vancouver. I have family out there. I do know Slovenians, but I'm not a Slovenian food expert. Italian or Greek food? Thai. It's a Thai. Hello, John. Oh, it was Joe Ron. Sorry. Is Chamonix a safe place? I think it's just as safe as everywhere else. You know, every town nowadays has their share of violence, though. That's for sure. Troll stock and dirty. But I guess that's what he wants. That's okay. You're not gonna get me to budge. Marlon, I don't remember you ever asking me for a lasagna video. It is a bit chilly today. I'd say we're in like the 10-12 degree range right now. I'm not an expert in Toronto restaurants, but there's a girl on Instagram called Piggies_TO that I know. She does a lot of reviews on Toronto stuff, so. Thank you, Sean. I'm having a great day off. Troll 100% Brett. That I agree. Have food reviewers been to my restaurants? Isn't everybody a food reviewer now? We never had any huge. Back in the day when the newspapers always had the food reviews, we didn't have any major names come to the restaurant. No. I don't pay too much attention to my Google reviews, but I think overall they're pretty good. So. I don't read a lot of reviews, guys. For that, I'll be honest with you. I don't read a lot of reviews. I'll read the ones sometimes if they pop up on my phone and I find them useful. But I find a lot of them are reviewing aren't honest. How about that? Vivaldi has been open 27 and a half years. Adam, how are you, man? Francisco. What's up, carnal? Yeah. Thanks for watching, man. I know, carnal. Not for all the wrong reasons. I haven't spent a lot of time in Mexico, but there was like 2 movies me and my brother like watched like a gazillion times growing up. If you're old enough, there was American Me and what was the other? Blood In, Blood Out. Those 2 movies with the Mexican gangs. There was a lot of carnal mentioned in there. Oh, we seem to have a disagreement as to what carnal means in the comments. I haven't taken any interns yet. Do I watch The Bear? I enjoy it as a TV show. I wouldn't exactly. I don't know how realistic it is, but I haven't worked in that kind of restaurant. So, but I would not work in that kind of restaurant. Not with that kind of atmosphere. No, thank you. Menu items, I'd say we're like probably in the 40s. Yeah. For menu items. Yeah, go Blue Jays for sure. It's our only team now. Yeah. Any Giants fans out there? New York Giants football fans? I don't know. I think they got me with what is it? Dark and Scatabo. Those. I think they're making me Giants fans. These guys are a riot, man. Thank you very much, Mihai from Romania. Yeah. A Caribbean branch. Yeah, that'd be fun. New York represent. Yeah. I guess if I had 2 teams right now, it'd be I'd like to see the Bills win, but I'm becoming a Giants fan. My brother, Johnston, my brother's been a diehard Bears fan since birth. We're going back like Walter Payton days. Yeah. Mike Ditka days. that's definitely a bucket list trip for us to grab my brother and go watch a game at Soldier Field. We got to do that soon. We've never done it. But I might try to catch a game in Nashville next Sunday. I think the Titans are playing the Patriots, so I'm going to try to see that game. I should land in time to try to get some tickets. So. Oh, sorry. I'll stop rocking. Was I rocking back and forth? And my mom's rocking chair. Definitely a Habs fan. Yeah. We got a Pats fan here. Someone asked me, can I make toad in the hole? I think they're thinking maybe toast in the hole or eggs in the hole. I don't know. Hi, Lonnie. How are you? Raul. Blue, 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 blue. What's up? Oh, thanks so much, Dragon. I haven't seen Buljik play. I know he's got a couple goals. I haven't watched the first two games, but he's starting to look like a steal apparently. Yeah. Look, I want to see how Demidov does this year. Obviously, Lane Hudson, Caulfield, Suzuki. I mean, there's some good young talent there, but it's been a long time since we had any winning in this city. So, Danny from Kansas City, congratulations on Travis and Taylor. My favorite band. I don't think I have a favorite band anymore. Dustin, yes, I am coming to Nashville next week. I land on Sunday, so less than a week. Yeah. Eddie, that's the first time I hear that. Do I play video games? I play Call of Duty, Black Ops 6. I love that game. It's the best Call of Duty ever been made. Was Black Ops 6. 7's coming out soon, so can't wait to see what that's about. Although I heard they're taking out this thing where they kind of try to match the level of players. I'm kind of worried that I'm going to end up playing like these pros and I'm going to get my ass kicked. I do game with Spiro, yeah. Spiro's really good at Black Ops. Yeah. He's a really good player. We don't get to play that often, but we play something from time to time. My favorite Thanksgiving meal. It's always turkey for us. I mean, I wish I could say there was a variety, but it's turkey. But I do like a good turkey, so. Spiro is a collector. Yes, he likes to collect stuff. Definitely a collector. Shoes for sure. Yeah. Hey, Blues from Argentina. That's cool, man. How you doing? Bronx, New York City. Open up here. Don't you guys got a lot of good Italian food in the Bronx? Colorado Springs, what's up, Alias? I have French and Greek heritage, Dusty. I'm both. Mother's French, father's Greek. White or red wine in a spaghetti sauce base. I guess it depends on what kind of sauce I'm making, Ragu, maybe red wine. Yeah, or no wine sometimes even. Yeah. Am I celebrating when I hit 1 million subscribers? We'll celebrate I don't know how we're going to celebrate. I mean, probably do a thank you video, and so we'll see. We're getting there. I think we hit 200,000 on Instagram today, actually. So that was pretty cool. Billy from Greece, what's happening? Adam asked me what should you do for the next pasta of the month. Dude, I don't know what your last pasta of the month was. That's the thing, right? I don't know what you've been serving up lately, so it's tough to make a recommendation. Hello, Adam. Nice to meet you. Best traditional Greek dish. It changes for me all the time. I love yamistado. That's the one I crave the most these days. I have not made spanakopita in a video yet. I'm sure we'll do it one day. We got lots of time. I like anything egg, deviled included. What dish do I find the most challenging to make? I have to think about that one, sorry. Thanks, Tommy. From Philly. Will be a great creamy but spicy sauce for a pasta I want to impress my date. Do a vodka sauce. Add some heat with it. Doesn't have to be fancy to impress her. She's got to taste good. My line cooking buddy birthday today. Can you say happy birthday? Happy birthday, Andy. I don't know from where. Tweak what restaurant and where are you guys from? So I can say happy birthday to Andy properly. Monte Cristo sandwich. That's not a bad idea. A Briam recipe too. I'll try. You guys know I don't know how to make all this stuff, right? Like, I've been cooking the same food for 27 years in the restaurant, more or less. So it's, happy birthday, Andy, from the Hadston. Hadston? Cool. Ryan from Australia, what's happening? Yeah, so I don't know how to cook everything. Like something like the early videos were easy because I was cooking my own menu. Now a lot of times I got to research or practice some of the recipes, right? So I've done a lot of Greek because Greek I've done in the past. I do at home, so it's not that hard. Not that anything's hard to cook, but when you're trying to cook and communicate to the camera at the same time, a bit of muscle memory helps, right? So when I'm doing when I did the falafel video, I must have read that recipe 1,000 times in my own brain, like I was studying for an exam, so that I would. See these comments, I just hate them. Some guys just said to me, "Hello, fat chef. How are you, my best fat chef?" Ask your mama. How about that? Anyways. Yeah. Forgot what I was saying. Yeah. When I do new recipes, I'd have to study a lot so that I'm able to cook it and talk on camera at the same time, I have not been to Cat's Deli yet. Some people say it's overrated for the money. Some people say it's the best. I mean, if I'm ever in the area, I'm definitely going to try Cat's. Just on their social media feed alone, you got to try it. The sandwich looks great. Zigzag, that's a complicated question because I can't think of anything right now. Do I use a slow cooker or pressure cooker? I use a pressure cooker from time to time. A slow cooker, not so much. There you go, Lapa. You win. Sorry, the plant is tickling my hair. Yeah. Been playing with mint a lot now. What other underrated spice do you recommend? You know what, guys? I don't know if you notice in my cooking, but I don't use a lot of different herbs and spices in my cooking. Very subtly. I mean, I'm more like my bases are like onions, garlic, and tomatoes. I mean, and that's my bases, right? They're good ingredients, and salt. I mean, salt for me is like for a lot of people, the most underutilized spice. They're too shy with it sometimes. Salt elevates flavors that are already there, so. I'm not on vacation yet, but I'll be on vacation for 4 days next week. Yeah, I'll be in Nashville. My favorite Greek dish at the moment is probably yamista. That's what I've been craving lately. Or yuvarlakia. Those two. Maddie. Spiro's opened a lot of pizza in his day. Yeah. There's more than one way to make a pizza, kids. More than one way to make a pizza. Keep them. Yeah, I can't stress that enough. Last meal if I had to choose. Chicken parm with a nice spaghetti meat sauce. Am I the head chef? Yes, I am. Any plan to do more soups on the channel? Yes. Eddie, we have not selected any restaurants for Nashville yet. I'm a bit of a late planner when it comes to that. I guess we're going to start looking this week. We'll ask for suggestions online too, and I guess when we get there, we'll ask at the hotel and we'll ask around. We'll find something. It depends how much time we have, right? Like if we're going to we're going to the Opry on one night, so it's probably gonna have to be like a quicker meal before we go to the Opry, unless the restaurants are open late. Because I don't know, like when you go to the Opry, what time does that finish? I have no idea. So let's see. I don't know how much time we'll have to eat after, so we shall see. Vivaldi, more like Steve Vivaldi, am I right? How would I serve a bone-in pork chop of all this? You know what? I might do a pork chop soon. Another pork chop, actually. I did the pork chop in the oven there, but yeah. There's a nice product that's kind of like hit the shelf over here. I've been seeing a cut that I wasn't seeing too often before, but I'm seeing it quite a bit now, is the pork chop with the pork belly attached to the end of the chop there. And you cook the whole thing as a chop. It looks pretty gangster. I think I want to do that one on camera. Ricardo, I don't know how to do clickbait. I think we've done clickbait by accident a few times though. Yeah. No, we are a bring your own wine restaurant, Eddie. So that means people bring their own wine. Hi in the light. So Super Gusano 2. Hi, how are you? Yamon steak. I mean, that's a ham steak, I guess. Sorta. Yeah. That's awesome. Glaciate. You win the internet today with that comment. That was funny. Guys, I've been away from the family for a little bit. I came out here just to say hi to you guys, but I'm going to go in, play some Oozle with my... Oozle? Is that the game? Oozle with my kids? You guys ever play Oozle? Yeah. I'm going to go play some Oozle with my kids, I think. And I will see you guys next time. Maybe I'll do a live from Nashville. Have a great day. God bless everyone. Happy Thanksgiving to those in Canada. And all the best, guys. Take care.